Food banks across the Southeast are receiving much-needed help from Publix supermarkets and Publix supermarkets charities as they work to alleviate the growing problem of hunger brought on by the pandemic. Feeding America estimates an additional 17 million people may experience food insecurity this year. That's on top of the 37 million Americans who were already lacking access to the food they needed.
Due to the pandemic, our food bank has seen a huge increase in the number of people coming to us for help. Many of these folks are coming to food banks for the very first time.
In recognition of Hunger Action Month, Publix Charities is donating an additional $3 million to Feeding America member food banks and other nonprofit partners, bringing this year's total to $5 million. Earlier this year, Publix supermarkets launched a program to purchase surplus produce and dairy from local farmers and donate it to Feeding America member food banks. To date, Publix has delivered more than 11 million pounds of produce and over 500,000 gallons of milk. This support has been critical as food banks work to meet the growing demand.
Millions of Americans aren't sure where they will get their next meal, and as a food retailer, we can make a difference. It has been our privilege at Publix to help people in need for many years, most recently with our new program supporting farmers, food banks, and families hit particularly hard by the pandemic. Publix is also grateful to Publix Charities for their continuing efforts to alleviate hunger in the communities we serve by bringing nourishment to people who need it most, especially during these difficult times.
For an organization like Feeding Tampa Bay or Feeding America to do the work we need to do, we have to have the power of the community behind us. Everything that's important in this world happens with community, people coming together and working together. Publix and Publix Charities have stepped into this moment in ways we could only dream of. Not only have they donated food, they've donated funds, they've donated expertise. They closed a gap between our farming communities and our dairy communities and helped us take that excess resource and put it on the table of families in our community who need it. Not everybody could do this. The only ones that did this were Publix.